okay, I just found out how to make it work. So I basically made it work. It's just a little bit of disabling and enabling, but it's actually working now. So let me just try to go into practice mode. Let's try to practice this in one way or another. I don't know, but let's try to do it. Turn on. I want to practice this. I'm not sure what am I thinking when I'm doing this. What the fuck? I should just put start positions. Hell yeah, it's good, bro. Yes. Start positions. Wait, oh, that's not okay. No way. No fucking. No fucking way. What? How? There's no way this is gonna happen. What the fuck? Wait, are we serious? And then turn on clicks between frames. No fucking way that's possible. What? How? How the fuck? What the fuck? No way I could do it like that. What the fuck? There's no way. I was like, wait, I'm gonna sit there forever and dying infinitely, but what the fuck? What? No way. Yo, from 1%, like what the fuck is this? Let's go. No, there's no way. Is this really happening? I don't know. I don't think so. So turn off CDF again. There's no way that happened, right? What the fuck, right? That's not possible. Wait, am I still... No, CDF is not on. That is a little lower. Why is it like that, bruh? What? Really? Okay, let's go from 0. Let's keep doing it, I guess. Okay, wow. What the shit? There's no. I think this might happen, bro. I also need a chip one right here. Let me see. Right there. Wait, no. That should be it. Yeah. Let's say here. It might not be possible because of how I put the start position. Wait. But it actually might not be possible. Yeah, that's the deal. Okay, go. Okay, now that's possible. See which ones I can buffer. Okay, I can buffer all that. I can buffer that. I can buffer the whole spider. Just like that, easily. Dude, what the fuck? Why is my spam? Can I buffer that? You can totally buffer all that. I don't think you can buffer this though. Like, look at that, yeah. Only those you can't buffer, but everything else bufferable. I think we might do it. Dude, my hands are tired. Whoa! Holy shit, this level, dude. Ah! Bomb! I think he can hear my clicks. Clicks are so loud. He can actually hear it. Turn off the lights. And then turn off these lights. He'll still hear my clicks. Like, I have to click that loudly, right? I can't just lower the volume of my click. did it once. So I think some podcasts would be good for this kind of session right now. I think so too. Let's listen to some. It would be great to be able to listen to something. Wow, this is going on. Okay, no new person yet. So let's keep listening to old people. Yeah, listen to somebody new. Brothers, let's.
The Joe Rogan Experience.
Train by day, Joe Rogan podcast by night, all day.
Right. You know, it was so funny because it got me thinking. So I started watching Patrice's Opie and Anthony appearances because there's a list of them on Spotify. And what was so funny to me was like, you know how they have these group of like mentally disabled people that they kind of fuck with.
Opie and Anthony.
Yeah, like a carousel. It's like kind of mean.
It's kind of horrible.
Yeah, it's kind of like, ooh, I'm kind of glad we're past that. But what made me laugh is every single one of them at the end of the thing was like, and here's my website. Like, I have a website. And I was like, damn, I've been on the Joe Rogan Experience twice and I don't even have a website. I didn't have a website. This is the first time I had a website.
Wow. What did you do? Did you make it yourself?
No, I realized like, oh, I gotta spend time to do stuff like that. That's out of my wheelhouse of like things I can do. Ironically, I'm terrible with technology for a guy who runs me.
There's things you can do like Squarespace has a great setup. It's pretty easy to do. You know.
Yeah, but I think that's just pure. It's like pure laziness almost on my end, for sure, and a little bit like I spend so much time on my brain space, and this is dedicated to my jokes. I kind of shut out everything else.
It's a fun time to be alive. One of the things that's really exciting about the mothership is for someone like me who's been doing comedy for so long, it's really exciting to watch people's careers launch. You know, like to see guys like Cam Patterson go from getting a spot on Kill Tony, being a regular on Kill Tony, being on fucking Saturday Night Live.
It's crazy. Like something like Christina Mariani now just like sells out rooms at the Comedy Store all the time. And then you have like Peyton Ruddy and like Dylan Carlino. These are just guys who are at the club and just made a way like social media wise.
And you get to see people get just tighter and better. Like McCuster's new set that we did last night.
Bro, I swear to God.
Good, man. Super solid. Really fun. It's just like, we got a good thing, man. It's a good thing.
Yeah, it's a fun place to be around. Everyone just working jokes. That's what it is, really.
Yeah.
It's so funny. There's such this narrative outside of the shit about what Austin comedy is. It's just really just a bunch of people just doing jokes.
The narrative is only jokes. It's not based on any reality. It's not based on people really hang out.
Right, well, it's always these people who love to talk about Austin, but they don't talk to anyone in Austin. It's like there's a bunch of comics willing to hang out and talk to you.
I think I told you this before, but I have a friend of mine who's somewhat of a philosopher, an online friend. I've known him going back to 12 years. But he warned me about this a long time ago. He said, create a walled garden. And he goes, you've got all these friends, and you're all supporting each other, you're all having fun. There's a lot of people that feel on the outside, left out of it. And so they're like, fuck those people, that party sucks. You know, it's kind of along those lines. And you know, if you could find some connections to other negative things, you know, like me and Tony, we have this connection to Trump, so does Shane. You know, there's all sorts of that, oh, fuck, you gotta be a right winger to be, and then the narrative comes up, oh, you gotta tell jokes about fucking trans people, you have to, you can't be a liberal, you can't be this, you can't be like.
Well, that the whole like you have to be a right winger. That's like, to me, that's like massive projection, because there are these spaces where like, if you're a right winger in comedy, like there's like leftist spaces that you just can't be in.
For sure, you'll get pushed out.
Right.
You'll get treated badly. More importantly, whereas at the mothership, like that fucking room, like 80% of the time, it's mostly like progressive people.
Yeah. Oh, and
mostly
then
left wing.
A lot of people, most of the people who work there are mostly left wing.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a place where but because right-wing people, I guess, are allowed to be here, or like also allowed to be here, it's all of a sudden this right-wing Nazi haven.
Well, it's like, what does that even mean?
Right.
Like, what is right-wing? Like, because you don't think that candidate and what they were doing by like storming the fucking gates with illegal immigrants, you don't think that was a good idea? You don't think like rampant spending, completely unchecked with no documentation, like what's going on in California? You don't think that's a bad thing? But
Tim Walz is doing.
I mean, so there's so much of it, man. But then it's also like, yeah, what ICE is doing, like fucking shooting numbers seem kind of crazy. You know, like grabbing people that happen to be American citizens and fucking dragging them out onto the snow and asking for their papers. That seems kind of fucking crazy too.
Yeah, that seems insane.
But it's also like, they have a crazy job. Like, imagine you're an ICE agent. Just imagine what happened. Okay, so we used our sponsor Perplexity for this. We tried to figure out through AI what the exact number is. But when you deep dive, you realize they don't know the number. They really have like an estimate of interactions with illegal immigrants. And it's somewhere around 11 million for 4 years, which is fucking wild. That's 10 Austins. Okay. At least. Yeah. Of illegal immigrants were allowed to get in this country, aided to get into this country, and then moved to states. They moved them. They flew them out to certain swing states. Like, this is all Mike Benz has documented all this stuff. There's all, you see they gave him EBT cards. Like, so imagine, you can imagine two things. One, imagine you're one of those people like, dude, they're asking me to come. This is awesome. Now I'm in America. I'm going to get a good job. I'm going to be able to support my family. And then all of a sudden you have these fucking dudes in bulletproof vests looking for you on the streets.
Yeah. Yeah.
I thought you said it was okay. I thought the Red Cross gave me a map. You gave me a fucking cell phone, and now you're hunting me.
Right, now you're just like caught in the crossfire.
But now imagine the ICE agents. Okay, this is your job. Your job is to go out and find these people. And one of the things you don't get about this, it's like, because there was like a recent clip of mine that got like highlighted where I was criticizing ICE. One of the things that you don't think about when you're into this is just like regular police interactions. The ones that you see online are the horrible ones. So you think all cops are horrible. What you miss is the millions of interactions that people have with cops. Like, how you doing today, sir? Good, sir? How you doing? Can I see paperwork? Sure, here it is. You in a hurry? Fucked up, late for work? You know, all right, man. Slow down. Go. Like, all right, thanks, brother. Everything's nice. That happens too. Like, there's nice interactions with cops. There's people that save people from bad guys. It happens all the time. There's people that are thankful that they called the police and they stopped the burglar who was breaking into their fucking mom's house or whatever it is.
Right.
There's so many more of those, but you're not seeing those videos. And so with the ICE thing, what you're only seeing and you're only hearing about American citizens that have been arrested, the lady that got shot, you're hearing about all these negative acts. What you're not hearing about is the number of violent criminals that are caught. And it's a lot. It's in the thousands. It's not like thousands of American citizens have been shipped out to other countries. No, it's like net positive, if you look at it that way. Like, see if you can find out how many, because I know there's probably going to be a bunch of various sources that are not totally accurate. But find out, like, what are the number of violent criminals they've caught since they started doing that?
Well, also there is a question on, this is how, because I know this is how they recruit some ICE agents. It's just like their ads on local TV just offering like a signing bonus. Yeah.
In the UFC, there's an ICE ad.
Yeah, and it's like, these are just like also regular people. How much training are they really getting?
Right.
Because when you watch the shooting video, you're like, why is the guy shooting also recording with his phone? Like, there's no way that's like anything you're trained to do.
His own safety, like just to make sure that you can see this lady something. Is he not wearing a body camera? He's not a cop, right?
Yeah.
I bet he's not wearing a body camera.
Yeah,
I bet that's why. I bet that's why he's doing it. And also, that same guy, turns out, was dragged by a car just recently. So, like, he almost lost his life. Or someone did try to run him over. He's hanging onto a car for dear life. I think he got 300 feet. He got dragged. That's crazy. 300 feet that's a long way to drag.
Yeah.
Okay. Right?
Yeah.
You 100%, there's a full possibility that you may die. There's no single public record number of violent criminals captured by ICE raids just over the last few months. The available data suggests those cases are a relatively small share of recent ICE arrests and detentions. One analysis, ICE internal data, said that only 5 to 8% of people booked into ICE detention late 2025 for only fiscal year 2026 had violent or serious property crime convictions. But even if it's 8%, they've gotten rid of 500,000 people already, and then 1.6 million voluntarily deported. So in 500,000 people, 8% is a lot. That's a lot of violent criminals. So this is weirdly phrased. As of January 2020, I would say 8% is a lot. Like, if you have cancer in 8% of your body, I would say you're fucked. You know what I'm saying? Like, if they're saying, oh, it's only been 8% that are violent criminals, it's a lot. That's a lot of people.
But now the question is, are these 8% and the non-violent people sent to the same place? You know what I mean? Because like you do want the violent criminals out, but then I don't want the non-violent criminals to be sent, or non-violent people who are here to be sent to a prison.
Exactly. It says
You know?
ICE no longer voluntarily publishes detailed case-level arrest breakdowns by offense type and independent projects. So imagine if you're a dude from Mexico that just walked up here because
Right.
you wanted a better job, and then they shoved you in a prison.
And now, yeah, in some prison.
And you
in
never
El
did anything
Salvador.
bad your whole life, and now you're in some. Well, the El Salvador thing, are they still doing that?
I don't. That I don't know.
That was a bad.
Yeah.
That's bad optics.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of optics. The optics with ICE has been terrible.
It says recent enforcement has involved thousands of arrests nationwide, but available analysis consistently indicated only a small minority of those. Is that italics? No. Oh, is it not? Is it?
Maybe.
Weird, right?
Yeah.
No, it's not. It's just that's perplexity showing its bias. Small minority of those. That's a tone of those in ICE detention arrested by ICE late 2025, early 2026 have violent criminal convictions. Most have no convictions. But when they say small minority, they indicated previously that that's 8%. That still means a lot of human beings.
Yeah.
That's a lot of not violent human beings. Like, if you could sign a piece of paper that said that, we're going to allow a bunch of people in this country, most of them have no violent convictions, but about 8% of them are monsters, evil, sociopathic, murderers, drug dealers. 8% is a giant-ass fucking number.
Right.
That's a giant-ass number. Right. The real problem is that they have this. This is the real problem. Because the Democrats did what they did. They did a crazy thing. They opened the border up and told people the border was open, and then let people. And then when people tried to stop them from doing it, they used court orders. Like, what was that thing they did down in Texas? It's half illegal aliens. You get way more.
I wish I could do that
congressional
forever.
seats than if you were to They said that. I think they said that California, if the census. See if we can find out what the number is. But if the census did not count illegal immigrants in California, I think they would lose a shocking number of seats. Right. Which is kind of crazy.
That's crazy.
You're rigging politics by moving humans into place.
Yeah, well, you gotta do something. And it's something that no one really talks about a lot. Is like the Democrats. Every single minority group shifted right in 2024.
Right.
Every single one, and no one really is like actually trying to figure out why that's happening. They're like, well, if we just import more people, we can overcome that deficit.
Look, if it was successful, that could overwhelm the political process. That can make it just like California forever, where you get half the people are like massively disgruntled and so confused about the politics, but they're stuck there, and that would be the whole country. It would essentially be that kind of thing. And then they do what they do in England, and what they do in Canada, is they slowly start clamping down on the rights.
Right.
And England starts arresting people for social media posts.
Well, I hopefully that the free speech stuff is so ingrained in who we are as a people, because England, like at the end of the day, it's not like that country was built on that principle.
This says that they would only lose 2 House seats. It says California would lose. I called it Canada.
Yeah.
It was like Freudian. Would lose an order of 1 to 2 House seats if possible. If people in the state without legal status were
shouldn't
not
hold.
counted in the census, used for appointment based on recent expert simulations. Nice. What's the? Yeah, here's the thing. Like, how many illegals are in California? Let's find that out. Like, what is the estimated number? Put that in there. What's the estimated number of illegals in California? I don't know where I think that was.
Yeah.
I'm so hooked on using like Perplexity for any question I have all throughout the day. It's like my smart friend.
It's like better Wikipedia, because it can really you can use it as like
Way better.
yeah, because you can ask it
scans the
questions.
entire internet. And sometimes it does catch some bullshit articles in there and says it might be this. And you're like, wait a minute, what? Let me go to that article. That might be bullshit. Because it's only pulling from the internet, right?
Undocumented 2.8 million in 2007. Well, yeah, that would be around 2 states, right? Like 30 million in California.
Something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. That makes a difference. And you do the same thing in Seattle. You do the same thing wherever, places you have massive numbers of undocumented people. Now, Ohio is a big one. This is one of the reasons why they have this thing where it's like, why are there so many Asians in Ohio? They just decided Ohio's a spot, and they all had a group WhatsApp chat, and they all went, no, probably someone's moving them there.
Yeah.
It's a swing state.
It was funny when it was the Somalian thing when Walt was like, this is white supremacy.
It's crazy.
And it was like, hey, but then who's the most supreme white man in the state? Governor?
You bitch.
Yeah. Like, that's a crazy Freudian slip.
But it's also like, what a crazy attempt at misdirection. White men commit most crimes.
Yeah, that's part. I think I told you that's part of the reason why I think like minority groups are shifting away, because it's like one, I don't think that's something the whole victimhood mentality. That's not something that minority groups really experience or like value.
Especially not minority groups that are immigrants that are in the middle of the hustle. Like,
Right.
We got to go to work.
Like we gotta overcome. That's the whole
Yes,
point.
yeah.
But regardless of the hand you're dealt, you gotta just play it and
Yes.
overcome. And so that victimhood mentality really kind of pushes people away from the left, I think, in that manner. And then like, you know, when Biden was like, you know, if you don't vote for me, you're not black. It's like that's kind of how they view the minority vote. It's a hostage vote. It's like vote for us or else.
Yeah.
It's like no one likes that energy coming towards them.
That
And they'll lash out and go in a different direction.
Such a wild thing to say.
I mean, unbelievably funny. Unbelievably funny. Man,
It's just, I can't believe he fucking said it. He's so crazy. He said it with that fucking crazy pulled back face. It's like, this is madness. That whatever they did to him to make him try to look younger.
yeah.
Doesn't work, kids.
No.
Doesn't work.
Oh my God, all that.
We know what you used to look like. You're on TV all the time, and all of a sudden you have a completely different face. Like your face is different. Like everything's pulled back. It looks crazy. It doesn't look like anybody normal that's 80 years old.
No, all plastic surgery ages like you look like an alien when you're old. There's just no way around it. I don't know who lip fillers are for, because I don't know any guy who's like, yeah, like I like that look like that much, but it's crazy how they age.
The facial fillers are crazy too, because sometimes those things become a problem and you want to get them removed.
Well, now they're doing that buckle fat thing,
Oh!
where they look like ghouls after.
Why would they do that? Why would they take fat out of their face? Like, fat in your face is what makes you look youthful. What are those ladies going to look like when they hit their 60s?
No, they're gonna look like ghosts.
Maybe.
Because their face will be all sunken in.
By the time they're 60, I think everything is going to be at a level where they're going to do a reverse imaging. They're pretty close to do that. They've already done some stuff with mice. They've done some stuff where they're understanding what genes are causing you to have these problems, what things can be done to mitigate it. They're treating aging not like an inevitable aspect of life, but as like a disease that overcomes.
Right.
Instead of like accepting the fact that your body's going to age at a very specific rate, and then when you're 60 it's going to suck, when you're 70 it'll suck worse. Instead it's like, what's causing that? Let's reverse what's causing it. And, you know, essentially, if you could do that, and I think they can. If they can't do it now, they're going to be able to do it. Whoa, Jesus, what happened? Okay, but this is like day one. This lady just had surgery. She's 69, almost 70. Holy shit. That lady does not look even close to 69 or 70. Is that true, though? Is that true? Is that Dr. Crazy?
Yeah.
He's making it up. She's like, I'm fucking 40, you asshole.
It just feels like one of those human dolls.
What did she look like before? Whoa, that's the same lady? Bro, that's crazy. You could pick her up at a bar, and then you're like, oh, you smell good.
God, that's
You have that old people smell.
the mothball smell.
Just spray perfume all over their body. I remember there was this episode of that show Autopsy. Did you ever see that show Autopsy? There's this guy, Michael Batten. He's a famous forensic scientist that like examines cases and says this is actually a murder. And one of them was this guy who was really crazy, and his wife died. I wonder if it was his wife or a lady he knew died. I forget the story, but he kept the corpse in his house and had fashioned some kind of an artificial vagina that he attached to the corpse, and then had cases of perfume. And so apparently the body just kept fucking it.
This is like an older story?
Yeah,
it's like some Cuban doctor, and it was like some girl he fell in love with. And she
Right.
died. Yes,
Right.
yeah.
Right. Like, it wasn't his wife, right?
No, it was like a plastic case thing, and it was there. Yeah,
And
it
then
was fucking crazy.
it had a mask on it, so
Yeah.
it was like a corpse that was like years old with a mask on it and an artificial vagina and cases and cases of perfume. So this guy's just fucking covering this thing with perfume. Get it, fuck on. Yeah. Jamie gets
You gotta find the picture of it.
He even inserted a paper tube into her decrepit corpse to serve as a vagina for making love. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. That's the fake vagina. I think it was, it was like something he made. Like he made something.
Yeah, people will
made
go.
a thing to fuck.
People go through lengths to get their rocks off. That's crazy. That's like ingenuity. That's like, man, if you had that energy towards anything positive.
You could get to Mars.
Yeah, you can figure stuff out.
Right? That's a photo of
Yeah,
the corpse.
there we go.
Yeah. So this
Oh no,
is.
that's Carl Tanzler. That's a different guy.
Oh,
But it's the
different
same one, but he did the same thing.
Oh, God.
Yeah. He wept.
Same thing. Secretly took her body, or used French plaster to preserve her skin, rigged wires and hangers to support her skeleton, and then pumped a continuous stream of perfume to mask the scent of decay. Disturbing arrangement continued for 7 years until it was finally discovered by her sister. Oh God!
What a horror story that is.
Oh God! You find your sister's body, and it's there's a continual stream of perfume to keep people from knowing there's a rotted body up there.
Oh God.
He did it for years. God, motherfucker.
But yeah, well, you know, and any sort of like weird predator will end up in that situation where they can do their thing, right? So like if you like fuck dead bodies, they're gonna be in the corpse. Like same thing, like there's like female pedophiles just become middle school teachers. That's what they do.
Jeez. Carl Tanzler. Oh God. And that's Dr. Michael Batt. Real show. That show was awesome, man.
Oh, and he did Epstein's autopilot.
Yeah. He's one of the ones that said that the wounds were consistent with ligature strangulation, not with hanging.
Yeah, we talked about it first time.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was so I recorded my special on the 25th of October, and I have a bunch of Epstein jokes in there, and in the meantime, they said they released the files, and I was like, oh no, and they still haven't released them, and I was like, oh thank God, the joke's still there. I was like, oh my God, thank God. Because I have like, at least 2 separate times where I bring them up, because it was even bigger back then.
Well, it's gonna go on for a long time, I suspect. I mean, they said they released them, but what did they release?
No, they're still not all out yet.
What did they release?
Yeah.
Like, it's weird. The whole thing's weird.
It reminds me of that Onion article where they're like, oh, CIA realizes they've been using a black highlighter this entire time. It's like that. It's like, oh, okay, you just blacked out pages.
Redacted the shit out of everything.
Yeah.
It's like, what did they release? Did they release something recently?
No, they haven't released it. They had that initial release where everything was blacked out, and there's that picture of Winnie the Pooh, which is hilarious.
But isn't there talk about some new releases that are happening soon?
Have they? It feels like everything's been drowned out by everything that's been going on. With
Yeah.
like the Somalians and the ISIS. It feels like that's completely drowned out. And somebody else. Oh, 100%.
Okay. The federal judge, we said it a little bit wrong. The federal judge blocked the lawmakers' effort to force the DOJ to release the Epstein files.
Dude,
So they're
my
trying to
fucking
force
ears are
the
being rigged
DOJ
by this, like a mouse.
and a
Like
federal
honestly,
judge
like what the
locked them
fuck?
from
My
forcing
ears,
them
my
to
own
release it.
ears.
So the federal judge
It's been
said,
earache.
no, you can't force them to release it, even though you can't. Even though you ran out, even though you stood outside of that courthouse with a bunch of binders, we've got it. Bro,
He wrote that he lost jurisdiction.
oh, I see that. Oh, yeah. Okay, that's a little different. So the federal judge Wednesday ruled that he lacks jurisdiction to appoint an outside expert to ensure the Justice Department complies with the law to make all files pertaining to the prosecution of Jeffrey Epstein available for public view. Okay, that's
Yeah, but still, the law chess that they play to make sure it still can't come out.
right.
It's pretty crazy impressive.
But
Don't
if
have
you're
the jurisdiction.
but if you're a federal judge, you can't step outside of your boundaries.
Don't they kind of just do that sometimes? Though?
Yeah, but you're not supposed to. Just because
Yeah.
some of them are unethical or some of them.
Right, that's fair.
Yeah, I don't understand all this, so I'm gonna be charitable about it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be charitable about it, but I just don't understand how anybody can go to jail for sex trafficking when you don't have anybody to sex traffic to.
Right.
Like, that don't make any sense. Like, if I was Glenn's lawyer, I'd be like, to who? To who? Like, how did you not do that? Like, you want to tell me there's some sort of a compromised crime? How do you not have a lawyer that goes, who did she sex traffic to?
Right, that's clearly, there's some sort of backdoor deal that was like, hey,
Because you
spend
can't.
this time in jail and we won't kill you.
Of course.
Yeah.
Or also, she's working with them.
Right.
How
Oh,
do you
that's true.
have, I mean, in any way, shape, or form, how do you have a person convicted for crime when there's, like, especially that kind of crime, where there's a person that hires you or gives you money or that you use to get influence from, and then you sex traffic to them. So there's another person involved, and that other person is completely eliminated from the trial because what? Because they're billionaires? Because they're heads of state? Because they're
powerful enough.
prominent scientists? What is going on? Like, how is that okay? That doesn't even make sense that you could get through a whole trial like that.
Yeah, but I think it's just I was saying this earlier, I think it's just a function of government. These, like, intense, like, blackmail sex rings that everyone just kind of gets away with it.
Well, yeah, it seems like
It
that's
just
how
happens
they-
over and
they
over
run.
again.
But it's like, look at it this way, like, imagine if you were selling hash,
Right.
and you had, like, pounds and pounds of hash in your house, and you've been selling hash, and you got caught selling hash. If they charge you with distribution, and you're like, okay, distribute it to who? Because you're only selling rich people. You're only selling
Why
to,
am I
like,
spamming like
JP
that?
Morgan. You're selling all your hash to those guys. And they're like, well, who did he sell the hash to? Nobody. Somebody bought $100 million worth of hash, and if there's nobody, you have no person. That doesn't make any sense. There's no crime. So he didn't really sell it. You could say, this is it, but maybe intent to distribute, but if you want to get him for actual distribution and selling of hash, he's got to sell it to somebody.
Man.
At least an undercover agent.
Right. But, like, in this situation, it's like, did we ever really think anyone was really going to go to jail for this?
I feel like through constant pressure, they have to slow things down.
Man, I wish I was that optimistic about it. They've done a good job of it, of keeping the names out of the press.
I want to
even
beat
after
this.
they
I
said
want
they
to beat
were
this
illegal.
now.
It says here, FBI
Because I did it
DOJ
once.
records 2019
I wanna
reference
beat it.
about 10 individuals described as an alleged Epstein co-conspirators, including Maxwell and French modeling agent Jean-Luc Brunel, who died in
Oh, yeah.
French custody in 2022.
That's the way to get out of it, too. Be like, oh, she sold it to a dead guy.
Yeah, but it's also,
Yeah.
this is not saying that sold it to them. They're co-conspirators. So they were probably involved in facilitating. They're probably involved in acquiring these girls, making connections. Because that guy owned a modeling agency. So he's a modeling agent.
Right.
Right? So that guy's getting them girls. So he's a co-conspirator. It's not saying that he was John. You know, he was a John that was getting the girls. He was a co-conspirator. So there's at least 10 individuals who are all which makes sense. This is
Stop the
giant
world.
blackmail ring.
Stop
It's not
world.
really one guy.
Right. I also found it funny, the whole, Mark Epstein guy, his just brother came out of nowhere for like
For
a little bit.
For a little bit.
Yeah.
And it's like, fuck this.
It's like, wait, first of all, what do you mean a brother that just knows everything that happened? Because he came out and said that wasn't like the email that was like, oh, Trump sucked Clinton's dick.
Yeah.
He was like, no, Bubba wasn't Clinton. But you didn't say he didn't suck someone's dick. You just were like, it wasn't Clinton.
Trump sucked some guy named Bubba's dick.
Yeah.
Some truck driver.
Yeah.
What did you
And
show
then
him?
he disappeared.
That you're looking for were sanctified
Oh, that little slap on the wrist protected a bunch of people.
Right.
And so they continue to be protected? Is that the idea?
that's where I don't know.
Nothing's better in law than technicality, huh?
Yeah, slippery one. So, what did Epstein's brother wind up saying?
He said it wasn't Bubba, and then which implied that he knew exactly what was going on the island the whole time, and was just out and about.
But he's still saying that Trump sucked someone's dick? That's
Yeah. Yeah. And then he just straight up disappeared. Where the fuck did he go? We just learned about him.
Man, I believe a lot of things. I do not believe Trump sucks someone's dick. Because he has to do drugs. then I go, Charlie Sheen to say he sucked some guy's dick. Like, okay. Charlie was doing so much crack. He was out of his fucking mind.
I feel like that level of power is a drug at that point.
I mean, maybe. I don't think so. I don't know.
It's a very
I don't think it's gonna
believe
get a guy
that
like
he
Trump to suck a dick. It just doesn't see. That's a guy who's fucked up on drugs. That's like when Diddy was doing it.
Right,
they were all
right,
doing
right.
drugs. It's a drug thing, right?
Yeah.
Unless you're a gay man, it's a drug thing to go around sucking dicks. So we're assuming that Trump's been hiding the gay the entire. Not a chance in hell.
That'd be the most impressive hide of all time.
Also, why would he do that?
Yeah, there's no
if
reason.
if you're open and you're gay, side with the fucking Democrats. Like that's the move. You can probably do all the exact same things when you get into office.
Right.
It's thinking. Look at this. Look at it thinking.
Your laptop about to blow up. I would stop.
Bro, fucking drones about to hit the building. The mothership's gonna be on fire tonight when we get there.
Oh yeah.
Jesus Christ, man, it's so fun. It's like it's an attempt to cover up a corruption that would have been successful in the 70s.
Right.
Right? If they had pulled this shit off from the 70s to 80s, gone.
Well, the whole Franklin scandal.
Sure.
Yeah, they killed that reporter.
Yes.
They killed that reporter. There was definitely some
Yep.
underage sexual thing going on there, and they were like, dead. You and your son. That's what you get for fucking around.
Yeah.
Let's kill both of you.
There have both, Tucker's talked about this, and Stewart talked about this. There's a bunch of secretly gay politicians. Yeah. And then there's probably a bunch of secret pedophiles as well.
Yeah, definitely.
For sure.
I pulled that once on bottom of the barrel, the secretly gay Republican.
Yeah.
That was my thing, and then I was like, can you imagine how good that sex feels? Especially after you spent all day being like, it's bad, it's wrong.
Yeah,
And then that sex is extra hot. Yeah, because you're going against God and your party at one time.
Some twink with his Converse on.
Yeah. And then you go back and be like, family now. Like that level of.
I think there's a lot of them that are putting on a show. A lot of them. They're putting on an act. And you're never going to get to know who they really are. And that's why when something comes out, it's like shocking.
Oh.
Right. They're all fucking weirdos. They're all weirdos. You have to be a weirdo to want to love them. Or you have to be like, it's two options.
Right.
You're a weirdo.
Yeah. You know what I mean? And that's Speaker pedophile. We had a Speaker of the House that was a pedophile for like 8 years.
That's right.
Yeah.
A real one.
A real deal pedophile.
A real deal convicted pedophile.
What was his name again?
Pastor?
I think it might have been Pastor.
I think so.
I feel like we could look that up.
Oh, yeah, I don't look that up.
I don't want to be like, oh, man, Pastor was like a nice guy and we're calling a riddle. But Speaker of the House.
He was involved in a very big scandal.
Yeah,
right?
Dennis Hester. Yeah.
Yeah.
It was like some Sandusky kid. It was at a school that he was teaching at.
Exactly. Allegations that Senate candidate Roy Moore spent his 30s dating, propositioning, and sexually assaulting high school-aged girls was shocking, but not without precedent. There have been plenty of congressmen who carried on sexual relationships with teenagers, from Thomas Jefferson. That was back when people died when they were 18. Strom Thurmond, perhaps more dastardly, Illinois Rep. Dennis Hastert, who served as Speaker of the House from 1999 to 2007.
A little further down to the, an additional civil agree that Hastert sodomized a fourth grade boy in a school bathroom and threatened him with court assault. That's like Sandusky stuff. Yeah.
Christ. Since the statute of limitation had expired on these crimes, Hastert was instead convicted of evading bank reporting requirements in order to secretly pay off his victims.
That's so funny.
He served 15 months in prison. That's it. Holy shit.
That's so crazy to pay off your victims and not do it in cash. What? Yeah, that's a lot of money. That's fair.
I bet it was quite a bit of money. Holy shit, dude.
Yeah. And
So if
Speaker
there's
of the House.
one kid that got soft, first grade boy in the school bathroom, how many more do you do that to? How many just don't want the shame of it coming out publicly? How many guys are struggling with it right now? They're 35 years old, don't want to tell that story.
Right.
That ruined their life. He's the Speaker of the House. Fuck them. Great. And he's off.
No.
Right?
No.
That's the Franklin scandal.
And
right?
there's no way that wasn't uncovered beforehand by people. Just the way the political machine works. But that's like sort of like, you get me for this, I'll get you for this, so you keep that under wraps. You just have that in your back pocket.
It's just part of that game they play.
Oh, for sure.
It's like Game of Thrones.
For sure. It's
It
definitely
really is. It really is like Game of Thrones.
Yeah, whorehouses and like
And
they're
also
trying to get
House
you.
of Cards, right? It sucks that Kevin Spacey got busted. That show ruled.
I know, right? But you know, it's so funny because thinking back on it, like if you look at movies, like my genuine take before he got busted for this is he plays the greatest villain.
Yes,
He's like the greatest villain actor of all time.
he's the greatest creep.
Mm-hmm.
He's like a brilliant creep, like with darkness behind his eyes.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. And then can turn it on the charm, that southern charm. But how about when he did that fucking weird video in front of the fireplace?
Oh, dude.
Like,
Dude.
in character,
Right after-
killing the cat.
Right after the witness to his case died, like another witness to his case died. Yeah, dude, people were dropping or like flies around Spacey. It's crazy. Real deal villain shit.
Acting out the literal plot lines as the character, being the character while tending the fire.
Goes to show you can still be he's still a genius artist.
Amazing.
Yeah, just like a
Amazing.
wow.
And in any other
Crazy.
time,
Yeah.
he would have never gotten caught.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's just how the machine works.
Yeah, I mean, he's just one of those guys. They've got an immense amount of power, and he's just on the ground. And I bet a lot of guys are like, okay, that's the problem with wild pitches. You know, you fucking swing at every pitch. You're gonna hit a few,
Right.
you know, but he's probably, you know, for all these guys that grab dicks, you know, probably drunk, probably fucked up. How many guys let him suck their dick? A lot, I bet. I bet it was an effective strategy.
Right, especially for famous in
We
Hollywood.
did it to gay guys. But he's like, the one guy that the story broke was a young teenager, right? He was like 14 or something like that.
Yeah,
And they were working together or something like that.
it was definitely a minor.
But it's also like, why is that a teenager? And I'm like, there's a bunch of 12 guys. Like, hey, where's your dad? What the fuck is going on? What are you doing there? But it's, you know, it's not excusing things for doing it. The thing about people in the gay community is they look very differently at gay teenage boy men relationships than we do at like teenage girl men relationships. They look at it very differently. Like Milo got in trouble for that. Because Milo on my podcast was talking about this guy that molested him for trusting on
Right.
That's what he said. Like, that's a crazy thing to say. But they look at it differently.
Oh yeah, that's I remember someone was I was living in LA and we had this gay dude who was sleeping on the we had a bed in the living room for guests. So he like lived there for like 2 months. And we were watching Call Me by Your Name. And it's Armie Hammer and maybe it's Chalamet. I forgot. I was in and out. My roommates were watching it. But it's like about a gay story between an older man and a younger boy. And he said this read like he was watching it like, oh, this reads like a fan fiction of an older gay dude being in love with like a younger gay guy. Yeah, it's like I remember that. I remember him telling it.
I mean, it kind of makes sense, right? Because we think very differently of like a high school football player that winds up banging a really hot science teacher.
Yeah.
You know, you're not mad. You're
No.
just like, this is crazy. That lady's crazy. She's
Right.
35. She's got 2 kids. She fucks a 17-year-old boy in the bathroom like this.
Yeah, that's what I said earlier. Female pedophiles become teachers. That is what they do. They find a way.
It's very, very, very different than the scenario of like the football coach that bangs the cheerleader. That's crazy.
Yeah, that's
that
way
makes you
darker.
want to lynch him.
Yeah, that's
Isn't that
way
weird?
gross.
It's weird, right?
Yeah.
It is weird.
Yeah, it's like, with every time there's a South Park episode about it. Every time you hear that story about, you know, the older teacher fucking the young boy, every guy's kind of like,
Yeah. Well, you know what the best joke about it was Zach Galifianakis. He said, "You hear your boy died?" And his friends high-fived him to death.
Man, that live at the Purple Onion.
Oh, fantastic!
That was a fucking
special.
great special.
What is he doing these days?
I have no idea. He was on that show for a while, FX Basket. That was really good about the clown. Louis Anderson won the Emmy on it.
He owns a farm somewhere. He has like a farm. I think he's very smart. You ever talked to him?
I've never met him. I've never. The only time I saw him live was at Brody's one.
Yeah, he was real tight with Brody. He is one of the ways that I found out that Brody was off the fans. Do you remember that one time when Brody got real kind of almost aggressive crazy? And it got weird. It wasn't like performance art anymore. It was like, what's happening with Brody? And then he got back and he like balanced it out. But Brody had like legit whatever it was, whatever his mental health issue was, like he needed medication. Like he was legit crazy. And Zach contacted me and said, "Take his focus off his bed. So don't think so." And I was like, "You gotta have to get out around, that kind of stuff."
But man, when he was in that main room, and what was left of the crowd was rocking with him, it was just so much fun watching him play drums.
He came to the Improv one night. We were doing a later show, so it was like a 10 o'clock show, and he was not late. And the show was kind of petered out, you know how it does. It was at the time probably like half full. And then, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Brody Stevens. Brody takes his shirt off and starts swinging it around in the air like a flag. He goes through the crowd. Let's go! Energy! And like, he just gets everybody fired up. He immediately breaks out the drumsticks, starts fucking drumming on the seat, and then starts telling jokes and just changed the whole tempo of the room. Like, everything lit up. It was awesome. It was like, that's what Brody can do.
Yeah.
With pure charisma and talent and just personality.
And anytime I see a person in the audience like this, all arms crossed, negative. That's all I can think. That's all I can think. It's like, wow, you are giving me negative energy right now for no reason. For no reason. You're at a show. Come and enjoy it. You know, especially when you see people like hold open a lot. You see you see people be like, why do you come here like impress me? Like you're already here. Leave, enjoy it. Enjoy the energy.
Sometimes you have the hardest job. I've only cold opened a few times over the last year. Yeah. And then, last 10 years. It's hard. You gotta hypnotize with people. You gotta slowly work your way into the rhythm of the joke.
Oh yeah, you have to sort of like, I like the energy match. Like, you have to find out where they are, hands on them, and then bring them to the energy that you want.
You know what's really good at it? The content.
Oh yeah.
It's just straight jokes. It's just straight jokes, and he's funny looking. You know, like he's got a big smile on his face, and he's got like trying to get into his groove real quick. And it's so many big places. Perfect guy. Let me tell you something about myself. Right away, he would take control of the room.
Derek's great at bringing him in. It's fun watching the different people come, like they come hold over.
Yeah, Derek is getting everybody fired up, excitement, so lovable, you know, so the game so much good.
Yeah, but
Oh my god! What? Fuck! Yo, what the dude? Holy shit. What? Night that's fast.
And what, let me see what the post was. They said something like there's another big club that will have you or something like that. Like, are they insinuating that we would have him, that he's racist and we would have him?
This is a whole new level of experience in GD. Only this level, bro. Only this level. Oh my god. I was prepared to go to sleep, bruh. I thought my dad yelled at me again because I'm clicking too loudly. Then I turned off the lights. This is like... There's no way. This is the only level in the game where I beat it, and then I'm like, no way I fucking beat it. Like, oh my god. Dude, no. That's literally this.
But they're not accusing us. That's pretty sure there's another club or large venue space that will welcome you that aren't run by him. So there's a lot of places for that. If you still want to make a stop in Austin, just let them know. Most of us here are friendly. We won't use politics and hate against society. So that seems like they're kind of saying, like, he might come to another spot, do it somewhere else. I don't think they're accusing him of that. Right? That sounds more supportive of him coming here and saying most of us are friendly. We won't use politics and hate to cancel the silence performance. So that's not him saying. I guess if you like, I guess he's out. Yeah, I'm not paying attention to that dude. It's like, yeah, it's not about time. The problem is it's too hard to do it all the time. Then the good points is right. Because you're already next to all that. Yeah. Which is good and bad. Whether or not, right? I don't want to be consistent. So, like, if I do a UFO show, it's good. Right. I'll be pleasing back. Good. Don't take me seriously. Yeah. But when you're talking about something like Israel, Palestine, yes, it said something to citizens from Palestine. Yeah, it had to have been. They're not canceling. The coalition for Palestine is not going out of their way. I had no idea it was called Michael Rappaport racist. Oh, well, yeah, this is the first Michael Rappaport news I've heard in years. I had no idea there was
Holy shit. Yeah, I wanna do it.
Okay, so remember our coalition sent several emails. That's all it took. It said they were ignored. While employees had privately shared their uncomfortable, only privately shared that, with anti-Palestinian hate on the Rappaport being posted, management seems unwilling to listen to their.
Where is it? Where is it? Here it is. Fucking hell, this level. This is crazy, dude. One AM power. Oh my god. Oh my god, look at. Yes! Oh my god! Dude, to die the last wave. I'm so glad, dude. I'm so fucking glad. Look at this. Oh my god. Dude. Yes! Oh my god! What? Dude. Yeah. Okay, that's enough. That is it. That is it from now. That is it.